The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 50, plant.
Let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. How it's long distance now? Let's go to that play.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
General West. Ready.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too, is bringing the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield, you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Second down and inches. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Ready up.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on fourth and inches.
Go.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Let's go one more.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
You got tight right there. Hey, you got to
To try again after the sack. Watson going to throw right side here. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
pick it up, G. Hey, watch this.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Who's that? 19.
Let's go, D.
On first down, it's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Set. 19.
Watson on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This quarterback now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a first and 10 here. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead. One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender, but in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And my goodness, another interception. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
19! 59!
On first down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On second and 10, Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Zerline good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens nothing. Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Texans scoop it. And it's a touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Texans scoop it. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Miller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Hill. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Chris Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Set 60 yards. Right there in the middle, 55. Target. 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Pick me up. Here we go. 20 points down. He's coming. Alert.
Watson just beating the play clock. Looking left sideline. It's complete. 20. 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10.
They'll run with Miller. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, this is Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Got it. One's Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a first down carry for Harris. Chris Jones on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, lucky.
They'll toss it to Miller. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 36.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Carl Joseph. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now Zerline on and the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Harris. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got some space here. It's Lamar Miller. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens, they claw one back. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run Anderson, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. This one taken from the 7. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll run with Hill. And he gets it down to the 32.
Get ready, get ready.